Imagine, for a moment, that another version of you exists, one who walks a different path, makes different choices, and experiences a reality vastly different from your own. Picture this parallel self observing you, sending you signs, nudging you toward a destiny intertwined with theirs. The notion of parallel realities may seem like the plot of a science fiction film, yet quantum physics hints at something astonishing. The reality you perceive is but one of infinite possibilities. Every thought, every decision, every fork in the road aligns you with one of countless coexisting timelines. In each of these realities, another you exists, some thriving in extraordinary ways, others grappling with unknown challenges. Yet all are connected by an invisible thread, a shared consciousness bridging the gap between dimensions. But what if you could consciously attune yourself to these other versions? What wisdom could they impart? What lessons could they offer? Understanding this connection is more than an intellectual curiosity. It is a gateway to profound self-discovery and transformation. The whisper of parallel realities. Imagination is everything. It is the preview of life's coming attractions. Albert Einstein. Your intuition, synchronicities, and vivid dreams are not random. They are messages from a version of you that has already walked the path you are contemplating. When you suddenly get a strong feeling to change directions, when a specific number sequence repeatedly appears, or when a deep knowing floods your being with clarity, consider that these are echoes from a parallel version of yourself, a self who has already uncovered the truth you are seeking. Once you make a decision, the universe conspires to make it happen. Ralph Waldo Emerson. When you align with the insights from your parallel self, you shift realities. You begin to notice serendipitous encounters, opportunities emerging from nowhere, and doors opening that once seemed firmly shut. It is as though a wiser, more enlightened version of you is guiding your steps, steering you toward the reality that best aligns with your desires and highest potential. Signs that your parallel self is sending you a message. 1. Recurring symbols and numbers. Seeing repeated patterns, such as 1111, 222, or specific symbols, is a sign that another version of you is trying to guide you. 2. Deja vu and familiar strangers. Ever met someone for the first time and felt an instant connection? These encounters may be glimpses into a life where you already know each other. 3. Unexplained inner knowing. Sometimes, you just know something without logical explanation. This intuitive wisdom could be a message from a self that has already lived through the experience. 4. Sudden urges to change direction. A powerful, inexplicable urge to move cities, change careers, or pursue a dream may be influenced by a self who has already taken that leap and found success. 5. Dreams of a different life. Vivid dreams that feel more real than waking life may be your consciousness momentarily merging with another timeline. How to tune in to your other self. Whatever the mind can conceive and believe, it can achieve. Napoleon Hill. To connect with your parallel self, you must first cultivate awareness. Here are ways to strengthen the bridge between your current reality and the wisdom of your alternate selves. 1. Meditation and visualization. Close your eyes and imagine stepping into a version of yourself who has already achieved what you desire. Observe their confidence, their environment, and their energy. What advice do they have for you? 2. Journaling and automatic writing. Write down a question and allow your hand to move freely, capturing insights from a higher dimension of yourself. 3. Follow the signs. Pay attention to synchronicities, symbols, and gut feelings. The universe speaks in whispers, not shouts. 4. Embody the energy of your desired self. Act, think, and feel as if you are already living in your highest reality. This shifts your frequency to align with that experience. Merging realities, a conscious choice. You are the creator of your own reality. Abraham Hicks. You are not bound to one single timeline. Every moment presents an opportunity to choose which version of yourself you will become. Will you listen to the guiding messages from your parallel self? Will you step into the life you were meant to live? The universe is a vast, infinite field of possibilities, and you are the architect of your journey. The key is to become aware, listen to the signs, and align with the self who is already living your highest truth. Reality is malleable, and the bridge to your most extraordinary life is just one conscious thought away. The veil is thin. Are you ready to see beyond it? Chapter 2: The Science and Spirituality of Parallel Realities. From a spiritual perspective, the universe is a boundless expanse of coexisting dimensions, each housing a different iteration of yourself. Every choice you make ripples outward, creating new branches in the vast tree of existence. Universal consciousness manifests these realities through the energy of intention, thought, and vibration. Science, too, lends credibility to this concept. The principles of quantum physics suggest that reality operates within a field of infinite possibilities. The phenomenon of quantum superposition reveals that particles, and by extension, reality itself, can exist in multiple states simultaneously. Your consciousness, through the power of focus and decision, collapses these potentialities into the reality you experience. The day science begins to study non-physical phenomena, it will make more progress in 1 decade than in all the previous centuries of its existence. Nikola Tesla. Thus, the idea of multiple versions of yourself is not just a mystical fantasy. It is an intersection where science meets the infinite potential of human existence. Many spiritual traditions echo this understanding, teaching that our perception of reality is a reflection of our inner state. As above, so below, as within, so without. Hermetic principle. By learning to shift your thoughts, beliefs, and energy, you can navigate the parallel dimensions of your own potential. The key is recognizing that the reality you experience is a mirror of your internal vibration. Just as radio stations exist on different frequencies, each version of you is broadcasting on a specific vibrational channel. The reality you tune into is the one that matches your energetic signal. So how can you consciously shift into the highest version of yourself? The answer lies in mastering your thoughts, emotions, and focus, aligning them with the reality you most desire to experience. In doing so, you will begin to witness the profound truth that the boundaries between you and your parallel selves are far thinner than you ever imagined. Chapter 3: Signs from Your Parallel Self. What if your intuition, strange coincidences, or vivid dreams weren't just random occurrences? What if they were messages, subtle signals from a version of you existing in another reality, trying to guide you toward a better path? The idea that multiple versions of you exist in parallel realities may seem abstract, but it aligns with both quantum physics and ancient spiritual wisdom. Quantum mechanics suggests that every decision you make spawns a new potential timeline. Likewise, spiritual traditions teach that the universe is not linear but an interconnected field of infinite possibilities. There are things known and there are things unknown, and in between are the doors of perception. Aldous Huxley. Your parallel self may have already walked the path you are contemplating. It may have found the success, love, or breakthroughs you seek, and now it's trying to guide you. But how do you recognize the signs? How do you distinguish between the noise of daily life and the whispers of a parallel version of yourself? Below are some of the most common signs that your parallel self is reaching out to you. 1. Deja vu, a glimpse across timelines. Have you ever walked into a place you've never been before, yet every detail feels oddly familiar? Or had a conversation where you already knew what was going to be said? Deja vu is often explained away as a brain glitch, but what if it's more than that? It may be a brief moment when your consciousness aligns with a version of you that has already experienced the event in a parallel reality. Perhaps, for a fleeting second, the veil between dimensions thins, allowing you to perceive a different timeline. The only reason for time is so that everything doesn't happen at once. Albert Einstein. Rather than dismissing deja vu as an anomaly, consider it a signpost. It may be a confirmation that you are on the right path, or a nudge toward an alternate route you were meant to explore. 2. Synchronicities, the universe whispering. Carl Jung coined the term synchronicity to describe meaningful coincidences that seem too perfect to be random. Seeing the same numbers repeatedly, such as 1111 or 222, encountering a person just when you were thinking about them, or hearing a phrase that directly answers a question you've been pondering, these are all forms of synchronicity. Once you make a decision, the universe conspires to make it happen. Ralph Waldo Emerson. Many believe these synchronicities are messages from the universe. But what if they are also signs from a parallel version of you? One who has already walked the road ahead, nudging you toward the choices that lead to your best life. Next time you experience synchronicity, take note. What were you thinking about at that moment? What decision were you facing? These coincidences may be breadcrumbs left by your parallel self, guiding you toward alignment with your highest path. 3. Dreams, portals to alternate realities. Have you ever had a dream so vivid that it felt more real than waking life? Or a dream where you were living a completely different existence, yet everything felt familiar? Dreams may be more than just the subconscious processing memories. They may be portals, glimpses into the lives of your parallel selves. In some spiritual traditions, it is believed that during sleep, our consciousness is free to travel beyond the constraints of time and space. All that we see or seem is but a dream within a dream. Edgar Allan Poe. If you frequently have dreams where you are someone else, living another life, pay attention. These may be messages from a version of you who has already overcome the struggles you face now. To strengthen your ability to receive messages from your parallel self, start a dream journal. Upon waking, write down any recurring themes, symbols, or emotions. Over time, patterns may emerge, patterns that reveal guidance from beyond the veil. 4. The feeling of being out of place. Do you ever have moments where reality feels off? As if you're in the wrong place, the wrong timeline, or something about the world around you isn't quite as it should be. This feeling, sometimes called the Mandela effect, occurs when details of reality don't match your memory. People recall famous events, logos, or book titles differently from how they officially exist. Some believe this is evidence of shifting between parallel realities. Reality is merely an illusion, albeit a very persistent one. Albert Einstein. Feeling out of place could be an indication that you are on the verge of shifting into a different reality, one that better aligns with your true desires. Instead of fearing these moments, see them as opportunities. What would your highest self do in this situation? What choices would bring you closer to the life you want? 5. Intuition, the voice of a future you. Have you ever felt an unshakable knowing about something without any logical reason to explain it? Intuition, the quiet voice urging you in a certain direction, may be a message from your parallel self. If parallel realities exist, then one version of you has already made the decision you are hesitating to make. It already knows what lies on the other side. What if that intuitive nudge was a message from that self trying to guide you? Intuition will tell the thinking mind where to look next. Jonas Salk. The next time you feel a strong gut feeling, whether about a decision, a person, or an opportunity, trust it. It may be your parallel self sending guidance from a future you have yet to step into. How to strengthen your connection with your parallel self. Recognizing these signs is just the first step. If you want to deepen your connection with the alternate versions of yourself, try these techniques. Meditation and visualization. Imagine yourself stepping into the reality of your highest self. Feel their confidence, their wisdom, their success. Ask them for guidance. Journaling and automatic writing. Write a letter to your parallel self and allow your hand to move freely, receiving their wisdom in return. Follow the signs. Pay close attention to synchronicities, deja vu moments, and intuitive nudges. Acknowledge them as real. Embody the energy of your desired self. Act, think, and feel as if you are already living your highest timeline. This aligns your frequency with that reality. Trust the process. Reality is fluid. The more you believe in the possibility of shifting into a better version of yourself, the more tangible it becomes. The bridge between timelines. You are the creator of your own reality. Abraham Hicks. You are not locked into one reality. Every thought, every decision, every belief either reinforces your current path or shifts you toward a new one. By paying attention to the signs, trusting your intuition, and aligning with the energy of your highest self, you can step into the reality where your dreams are already unfolding. Your parallel self is guiding you. Will you listen? Chapter 4. Tuning your energy to align with your infinite potential. Everything in life is vibration. Albert Einstein. Everything in the universe vibrates at a specific frequency. Your thoughts, emotions, and even the cells in your body. The law of attraction teaches that like energy attracts like energy, meaning the reality you experience is a direct reflection of your vibrational state. If you want to shift into a timeline where you are thriving, fulfilled, and in alignment with your highest potential, you must first attune your vibration to match that reality. The good news: your vibrational state is not fixed. It can be raised, fine-tuned, and adjusted like a radio dial. The universe is an infinite field of potential, and you have the power to select the frequency of the life you desire. Elevating your frequency, the key to quantum shifting. You don't attract what you want. You attract what you are. Dr. Wayne Dyer. Every thought and emotion you cultivate generates a vibrational signal. Low-frequency emotions such as fear, doubt, and resentment tune you into a reality where obstacles and struggles dominate. High-frequency states such as love, gratitude, and joy place you in alignment with a reality where opportunities flow effortlessly. The key to shifting timelines is simple. Raise your frequency to match the reality you want to experience. Practical ways to elevate your frequency. 1. Gratitude, the fastest path to abundance. 2. Gratitude unlocks the fullness of life. It turns what we have into enough, and more. Melody Beatty. 3. Gratitude is a direct signal to the universe that you are abundant, which then attracts more abundance. By simply taking a few minutes each day to reflect on what you appreciate, you tune into a reality where blessings multiply effortlessly. 4. Exercise. Every morning, write down 3 things you're grateful for. Feel the emotions of gratitude deeply as you do. 5. Forgiveness, releasing the weight of the past. 6. Holding on to anger is like drinking poison and expecting the other person to die. Buddha. 7. Unforgiveness is a heavy vibrational anchor, keeping you trapped in lower realities. The moment you release resentment, whether toward others or yourself, you free up energy to align with a timeline of peace and abundance. 8. Exercise. Close your eyes and visualize yourself cutting an energetic cord between you and any past wounds. See the energy of resentment dissolving, replaced by lightness and peace. 9. Joy and playfulness. The secret to manifestation. 10. Laughter is the shortest distance between two people. Victor Borga. 11. Joy is a magnet for miracles. The lighter and more playful your energy, the more you naturally shift into realities where life unfolds in your favor. 12. Exercise. Do something that brings you pure joy. Dance, sing, play, or create without expectation. Let your inner child take the lead. The power of meditation. Tuning into higher dimensions. The soul always knows what to do to heal itself. The challenge is to silence the mind. Caroline MYSS. Meditation is one of the most powerful tools for shifting realities. It thins the veil between dimensions, allowing you to access guidance from your higher self and parallel versions of you who have already achieved what you seek. How meditation helps you shift timelines. 1. Silencing resistance. Meditation quiets the mind, clearing away doubts and fears that keep you stuck in undesired realities. 2. Accessing parallel wisdom. In deep meditative states, you can receive downloads of information from your future self who has already figured things out. 3. Aligning your energy. By focusing on elevated emotions such as peace, love, and bliss, you train your body to vibrate at the frequency of your desired life. Simple timeline shifting meditation. 1. Find a quiet place and close your eyes. 2. Take deep breaths, allowing your body to relax completely. 3. Visualize yourself stepping into a new reality, one where you are already thriving, successful, and fulfilled. 4. Observe how your future self moves, speaks, and feels. Let their energy merge with yours. 5. Ask them for guidance. What do I need to do to align with this version of myself? 6. Listen. The answer may come as a feeling, a word, or a sudden knowing. The more frequently you practice this, the more you tune into that version of yourself and naturally shift into their timeline. The role of intention and awareness. Becoming a conscious creator. Whatever the mind can conceive and believe, it can achieve. Napoleon Hill. Your thoughts, emotions, and actions act as a bridge connecting you to the version of yourself that embodies your highest potential. But shifting timelines is not about passively wishing. It requires conscious intention. Most people live on autopilot, reacting to life instead of directing it. But when you set a clear, deliberate intention, you tell the universe, "This is the frequency I am choosing to align with." How to set powerful intentions for reality shifting. 1. State your reality in the present tense. 2. Instead of saying, "I want to be financially free," say, "I am financially free and abundance flows effortlessly to me." This signals to the universe that this reality already exists. 3. Feel it fully. 4. Emotion is the fuel behind manifestation. When setting an intention, feel the joy, relief, and excitement as if it has already happened. 5. Take aligned action. 6. The universe responds to movement. Small, consistent steps toward your desired reality signal that you are serious about shifting into it. 7. Trust the process. 8. Let go of attachment to how it will happen. The quantum field works in mysterious ways. Trust that it is aligning circumstances behind the scenes. Becoming a master of your reality. You are the creator of your own reality. Abraham Hicks. The reality you experience is not set in stone. It is fluid, shaped by your vibration, thoughts, and choices. The more aware you become of your energy, the more power you gain in consciously selecting the timeline you wish to live in. You are not at the mercy of fate. You are not bound by past choices. At any moment, you can decide to tune into a higher frequency, one where you are healthier, wealthier, and more aligned with your soul's purpose. The quantum field is infinite. The possibilities are endless. The question is, which version of yourself will you choose to step into today? Chapter 5. Integrating messages from your parallel self. When you want something, all the universe conspires in helping you to achieve it. Paulo Coelho. Recognizing signs and messages from your parallel selves is only the first step. The real transformation begins when you actively integrate these insights into your daily life. A vision of a more expansive reality means nothing if it is not followed by action. Many people receive intuitive nudges, whether in the form of recurring dreams, synchronicities, or sudden insights, yet dismiss them as coincidences. But what if these moments are messages from a version of you that has already walked the path you are meant to take? What if your parallel self is whispering guidance, trying to lead you toward your highest destiny? The question is, are you willing to listen, trust, and act? Trusting the signs, your parallel self is speaking. There are no accidents. There is only some purpose that we haven't yet understood. Deepak Chopra. The universe communicates through patterns, symbols, and emotions. These messages are often subtle, requiring trust and awareness to decipher. Many of the greatest breakthroughs in history came from individuals who followed their intuition rather than logic alone. Albert Einstein spoke of receiving ideas in sudden flashes of insight. Nikola Tesla described his inventions as visions that appeared fully formed in his mind. These were not random occurrences, they were downloads from higher levels of consciousness, from parallel versions of themselves that had already explored these ideas. You, too, receive these messages. The question is whether you acknowledge them or ignore them. Common signs from your parallel self. 1. Recurring dreams or visions. 2. Dreams of a different life, one where you are living your best version, maybe glimpses into a reality that already exists. 3. A strong feeling you can't ignore. 4. When an idea or direction keeps surfacing in your mind, even when it doesn't seem logical, it could be a sign from your parallel self. 5. Persistent symbols and synchronicities. 6. Seeing the same numbers, words, or themes repeatedly is the universe's way of confirming that you are being guided. 7. Unexplainable knowing. 8. Have you ever just known something without knowing how you knew it? This inner wisdom often comes from a self that has already experienced the lesson. What to do? 1. Keep a synchronicity journal. Write down recurring themes, dreams, and intuitive nudges. Over time, patterns will emerge. 2. Reflect on what these signs mean. Ask yourself, what is my parallel self trying to tell me? 3. Stop dismissing your gut feelings as irrational. Trust them instead. Taking inspired action. walking the path of your higher self. Take the first step in faith. You don't have to see the whole staircase, just take the first step. Martin Luther King Jr. Many people receive signs but never act on them. They wait for perfect clarity, absolute certainty, or a guaranteed outcome. But waiting keeps you stuck in your current reality. Messages from your parallel selves often come with a call to action. Whether it's a deep urge to change careers, a feeling that a relationship no longer serves you, or an invitation to take a bold risk, these intuitive nudges are not random. They are invitations to step into a reality where you are already thriving. How to take inspired action. 1. Listen to the pull. 2. If you feel drawn to something, a new opportunity, a creative pursuit, a different way of living, acknowledge that feeling. 3. Act without overanalyzing. 4. Logic often creates fear and hesitation. Your parallel self doesn't doubt, it acts. Follow the path that feels energetically aligned, even if it doesn't make complete sense yet. 5. Start small but stay consistent. 6. You don't have to overhaul your life overnight. Small steps compound over time and shift your frequency toward a new reality. 7. Trust the universe to catch you. 8. Many people hesitate to act because they fear failure. But when you are in alignment, the universe rearranges itself to support your path. Once you make a decision, the universe conspires to make it happen. Ralph Waldo Emerson. If you feel guided towards something, if your intuition is screaming at you, take the leap. You wouldn't feel the pull unless a version of you already existed in that reality. Embodying your highest self, becoming the version of you that already exists. Act as if what you do makes a difference. It does. William James. The ultimate goal of tuning into your parallel realities is not just a glimpse of a better version of yourself, it's to become that version. When you shift your vibration, align with synchronicities, and take conscious steps toward transformation, you begin to merge with the reality where your highest potential already exists. This process is not about becoming someone new. It's about remembering who you have always been. Your highest self already exists in another timeline. You are simply aligning with it. How to embody your highest self daily. 1. Think from the end. 2. Instead of seeing your desires as something in the future, act as if they are already real. How would your parallel self behave, think, and make decisions? Start doing the same. 3. Shift your energy first, then your reality will follow. 4. Many people wait for external circumstances to change before they feel different. Instead, reverse the process. Feel successful now. Feel abundant now. Feel powerful now. Reality will rearrange itself accordingly. 5. Align with synchronicities. 6. When doors open unexpectedly, say yes. When opportunities arise, trust that they are part of your timeline shift. 7. Make decisions as your future self would. 8. Every choice you make either aligns you with your highest timeline or keeps you in your current one. Before making a decision, ask yourself. 9. Would my highest self say yes to this? Merging with your highest reality. A conscious choice. You create your own universe as you go along. Winston Churchill. You are not separate from your highest potential. The version of you that is thriving, successful, and fully aligned is not a distant fantasy. It is a real reality waiting for you to step into it. At every moment, You are choosing which version of yourself you will become. You can either ignore the signs, delay action, and stay in a reality of limitation, or you can trust, act, and embody the truth that you are already aligned with your greatest self. The universe is speaking to you. Your parallel self is guiding you. Your highest timeline is waiting. The only question is, will you answer the call? Chapter 6. The Journey of Infinite Expansion. You are not a drop in the ocean. You are the entire ocean in a drop. Rumi. The multiverse is not a distant concept. It is an extension of your limitless consciousness. Every possibility, every path, and every outcome exists simultaneously. With each thought, decision, and shift in awareness, you are steering your way through an infinite sea of realities. The question is no longer whether parallel realities exist. The real question is, which version of yourself will you choose to become? Awakening to your limitless nature. The only limits that exist are the ones you believe in. Wayne Dyer. For most of our lives, we are conditioned to believe in a linear reality, one where time moves forward in a straight line and where possibilities are constrained by external circumstances. But what if this was merely a construct of the mind? What if time, space, and reality itself were fluid, responding to your state of consciousness? Science is now catching up with what ancient spiritual traditions have always taught. Reality is not fixed, it is shaped by perception. Quantum physics suggests that multiple versions of reality exist at once, with outcomes shifting based on observation. This means that the version of you who is thriving, fulfilled, and fully aligned with your highest self already exists. You are not chasing a better future, you are simply tuning into it. How to awaken to your infinite potential. 1. Shift from seeking to becoming. 2. Instead of searching for success, love, or happiness outside yourself, recognize that these realities already exist within you. The more you embody them now, the faster they materialize in your external world. 3. Recognize that you are multidimensional. 4. You are not a singular being bound by one path. You are an infinite consciousness experiencing multiple possibilities. By tuning your thoughts and emotions, you align with the version of yourself that already has what you desire. 5. Release the illusion of separation. 6. The greatest illusion is the belief that you are separate from the life you desire. The truth is, you are already connected to it. The only thing keeping you from experiencing it is your belief that it is distant. To realize that you are not your thoughts is when you begin to awaken. Eckhart Tolle. Navigating the Multiverse. Every choice creates a new path. In the middle of difficulty lies opportunity. Albert Einstein. Each choice you make is a crossroads between realities. In every moment, infinite versions of you exist, each experiencing different outcomes based on the choices they made. If you want to shift into a higher reality, you must start making decisions as the version of yourself who already lives in that reality. Practical ways to navigate towards your highest timeline. 1. Ask yourself, what would my highest self do? 2. Before making any decision, pause and ask. 3. Is this the choice of someone who is thriving? 4. Would my most abundant self say yes to this? 5. Stop identifying with the past. 6. Many people are trapped in realities that no longer serve them because they keep affirming their old identity. If you see yourself as someone who struggles, the multiverse will mirror that reality back to you. 7. Trust that the universe rearranges itself for you. 8. When you commit to a higher path, reality shifts to match your frequency. Unexpected opportunities arise. Synchronicities increase. Doors open effortlessly. Once you make a decision, the universe conspires to make it happen. Ralph Waldo Emerson. Expanding beyond what you thought was possible. Whether you think you can or you think you can't, you're right. Henry Ford. Expansion is your natural state. The universe is constantly evolving, and so are you. Growth is not something you force, it is something you allow. When you surrender to the flow of expansion, you enter a state of effortless manifestation. Many people resist growth because they fear the unknown. They cling to old identities, relationships, and patterns because they feel safe. But true expansion requires courage, the willingness to step into the unknown, trusting that what awaits is greater than anything you are leaving behind. How to embrace infinite expansion. 1. Let go of certainty. 2. The more you try to control outcomes, the more you resist expansion. Instead, embrace the mystery of the journey. Trust that the universe is always guiding you toward your highest good. 3. Surround yourself with expansive energy. 4. Your environment shapes your reality. Surround yourself with people, ideas, and experiences that challenge you to grow. If you want to shift into a higher timeline, spend time with those who are already living at that frequency. 5. Follow your curiosity. 6. Expansion happens when you step outside your comfort zone. If something excites you, even if it scares you, it is a sign that it is part of your growth. Life begins at the end of your comfort zone. Neil Donald Walsh. Becoming the creator of your reality. You are the creator of your own reality, and life can be absolutely magnificent. Rhonda Byrne. The most powerful realization you can have is this: you are not a passive observer of reality. You are the architect of it. Every thought, emotion, and belief you hold is shaping the world around you. When you fully integrate this truth, you stop reacting to life and start creating it. There is no external force dictating your destiny. There is no fixed fate you are bound to. You are in control. You are infinite. You are already living across multiple realities. Your task is simply to choose the one that reflects your highest vision. How to step into your role as creator. 1. Claim your power. 2. Stop giving power to circumstances, people, or past experiences. You are not a victim of reality. You are its master. 3. Live deliberately. 4. Stop making choices out of habit. Become intentional about every decision, thought, and emotion. 5. Embody your future now. 6. If you want to shift into a reality where you are successful, act successful now. If you want love, embody love now. If you want abundance, feel abundant now. Your next step: choosing your ultimate reality. What you think, you create. What you feel, you attract. What you imagine, you become. Buddha. The journey of infinite expansion is not something that happens to you. It is something you actively participate in. You are standing at the edge of limitless possibilities. The version of you who is living your dream life already exists in another timeline. The path to merging with that reality is simple. 1. Decide who you are. 2. Think, act, and feel like that version of yourself. 3. Trust the universe to align everything accordingly. The multiverse is your playground. The possibilities are endless. The only question left is, which reality will you choose?